What up, guys? Today is Sunday, July 16th, and I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a short update. It's gonna be about average, I would suppose. Only difference is I only have whips. I have one thing as far as any purchases go, but I actually purchased it like a few weeks ago, and I just keep forgetting to show you guys. But I'll show that later. So let me just go ahead and get into it. The first thing I worked on Monday, and then I might be able to go in order today. First thing I worked on Monday. I don't think I worked on anything last Sunday. I don't think I got to work on anything last Sunday because by the time I got home and I did my little whip parade thing, and then I cooked something, and then I really just I was sore and I really just didn't feel like stitching, so I didn't work on anything Sunday. I did, however, start Monday off right by finally being able to pull out Callie. This is the picture. And this is where it's at so far. This is where I got to. I did a lot. It was actually pretty dead in the mall on Monday, and I did this at work. I did probably close to 300 stitches because last week I was actually in this block right here, and I did probably about this last little bit right here, like where this dark section is, and then there was some light blues and greens here from probably right about here. Did these two whole blocks right here, of course, and I counted, there was a section of 41 stitches in this block of the same color, so that helped. So, and I kind of did these two blocks, and then I had finished this block at around 7 o'clock, and I said, well, let me see how far I can get in the next couple of hours. So I was able to do this. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see because of all the hanging threads, but yeah, you get the picture. So that's where it sits at now. Still a lot more to go. So, but I'm really happy that I finally got to work on Callie, at least some, because y'all know that she doesn't get to come out very often. God, what is up with my bangs this morning? I don't know. So that's that. And then Tuesday was my day off. I got up and I was like, I want to finish something. I just want to work on something all day. I didn't have anything planned. Wasn't gonna go anywhere. Because I pretty much shopped myself out of any of the local crafty stores. Because as you guys know, I have Michael's, Joann's, and Hobby Lobby near me. And then there's another 3 of them 30 minutes away. But I just kind of shopped out of them. There's nothing I really need there. They don't really have, as far as fabric wise, they have like the MCG 28 count and 32 counts, and I'm just not, if I can avoid it, I try to avoid the MCG if possible. So I didn't go anywhere Tuesday. So I told myself I'm going to sit here, I'm going to stitch all day, not do anything else but stitch. It was just a stitchy day for me. So I had in mind that I wanted to finish something. So guess what? I finished something. And I didn't think it was going to take as long as it did, but it literally took all day, because I started on it at like 8 in the morning, I think. What time did I start on it? 9 maybe? Between 8 and 9 in the morning. I can't remember exactly what time I started. But I finished Buried Moon. If you guys remember when y'all saw this last week. Okay. For a second in the camera I couldn't see the flesh. If you guys remember when you saw this last week, I had the box, the ground here, the cross, candlestick, and then I was mostly done with the person lying in the box. Well, at least the dark brown part. This is dark brown. I think I still have like a few rows left to do down here. And I literally did everything else. I did the grass, the candle, the flames here, the tree coming up, and the words, and finished off the white in her cloak, well, in her, and then the flesh tone in the face right there. So it is done. The Buried Moon is done. And I would like to make a correction. This is not, I know I have been saying that this fabric was from Picture This Plus. It's not from Picture This Plus, and for once it's actually showing up somewhat right. It's more green than it is anything. But this is not a Picture This Plus fabric. I don't know why I kept thinking that it was. But Jessie Marie had brought it up again, because ever since I first showed this fabric, she's been in love with it. And I had went back to 1, 2, 3 Stitch to look it up for her, because she was saying that she couldn't find it. And so I went to 1, 2, 3 Stitch and was looking up it, and I typed in chai tea, and it's not a Picture This Plus fabric. It's just a wide shelf fabric, and this was a 28 count Jovelin from White Shelf. It's just one of their dye fabrics. And on that same vein, the fabric that I showed for the Spanish sampler, the one that I said that I didn't know what it could be, because I actually got it from the LNS, but I was looking while I was on 1, 2, 3 Stitch looking for the chai tea. I also saw that they had a fabric called Queen Anne's Lace, and it looked a lot like, the coloring of it looked a lot like what I had purchased from the LNS. So my guessing is that the fabric that I have the Spanish sampler on is also another wide shelf fabric called Queen Anne's Lace. It's another wide shelf Jovelin. So if that helps anybody, it's out there now. Then on Wednesday, and actually Thursday also, I pulled out the Spirit Dancer. I pulled out Spirit Dancer from Butternut Road. And I just did more of the white on her dress, cloak, whatever you want to call this. And I was doing good on it Wednesday. Didn't have any problems. Thursday, I kept messing up. Like, I would try to do a section and I would count wrong, or I'd miss something, and so this is my progress on it now. I think I was like up to, where was I at? I think if I remember correctly, last time you saw it, I was just like about here-ish. And I did everything from here down. I think I had like 2 rows below this swoop right here. So I've done all of that, and then I brought out the ecru. As you can see, did some more filling in. So that's what I got done. But I kept messing up on this, and on Thursday, and I was just like, I need to pick something else. So, of course, I had to wait. In my own mind, I had to wait until I finished off a length of ecru, whatever color it was I was working on. Of course, I had to wait until I finished off the length of thread that I was working on, and I was like, I'm done, no more. So I pulled out something else, and I'm about to show you what that something else is. So when I got tired of working on Spirit Dancer, I pulled out the Girl with Heart. And don't worry, this is a freebie. If anybody is interested, it's a freebie. And CrossStitchpattern.net. That ain't it. Hold on. Yeah, that's it. Told you I have three patterns, 3 projects in the same bag. So this is what I got. I only worked on it like the last couple of hours, but it was kind of steady. Not steady, but I didn't really get like a lot of stitching done on it. So I finished off this kind of lighter color right here. It was in her nose and on her cheeks right there, and there's like 3 stitches in it right here, and then I started on this darker color, which is around her eyes, obviously. So I didn't get very much done. So it was that, because yeah, I got tired of working on Spirit Dancer. And then Friday, I think it was Friday. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I had to break up something between the cats. So Friday, since I'd had my finish on Tuesday, I really was itching for a new start. And it was just getting about that time of the month. So, so I thought, you know, if I'm going to start something, I might as well just go ahead and start my year starts piece, which was scheduled for tomorrow, Monday. So I went ahead and started it. I'm going to show you the picture. I'm not always going to be able to bring this out. Let me show you. Starting the center design in the Amish Live series. And the name of that one individually is called Visiting the Neighbors. Yeah. I think they've done it. I can't tell what they've done it on. It looks like some type of even weave. But I'm just doing it on 16 count 8 up. And by the time I got this all cut and prepped, because I went ahead and cut it down to size. And when I say prep, I mean tape, masking tape. I got about 30 minutes in on it Friday morning before work. And that's what I got done. And this is kind of over beside the house where the crops are in the background. That's where that is. And the funny thing, this is an 11-inch key snap, right? The whole design is probably going to fit within this frame right here, because it's only, even on 16 count, it's only something like, what did I say? It was like 8.5 by 8.5 wide by like 7 3/4 or 7 8/10 tall. So the whole thing is pretty much going to fit inside this frame. So I just cut my fabric down to like 14 by 15, 15 inch, going long ways like that. So that's my start on it. I'm going to try to work on it today and tomorrow, or if I can't work on it tomorrow, because it's back to school shopping season, and so therefore I don't know how much stitching, if any, I'm going to be able to get at work right now. So yeah, I'll get as much done as I can, because the schools around here are starting back. Some are starting back next week, around the 31st actually, and some of them are starting back like the first week of August. So it's getting close. It doesn't seem like it's been that long since they got out of school, but I'm glad. It doesn't bother me. So that's all that I worked on this week. The only haul that I have to show you guys, like I said, is something that I actually purchased a few weeks ago, but I just keep forgetting to show it to you, because it was a digital pattern that I purchased. But I did want to go ahead and just print it out and be done with it. I mean, I'll do it, because I know I want to do it eventually, but probably not anytime soon. But I want to just go ahead and print it out, and just so I can show you guys what it was. This is a pattern that I purchased on Etsy. I had seen it probably a couple of weeks before, and I thought it was really gorgeous. Now, I'm not a Peter Pan person. Peter Pan is not one of my favorite Disney movies or anything like that. So I saw this and I'm like, oh my god, that's gorgeous. Even though it's a Peter Pan pattern, it's gorgeous. And then when I went back a couple weeks later and was looking to find it again to purchase it, I'm not 100% sure I was actually going to purchase it right then, but I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. So after looking through, doing searches and searches and searches, after looking through the shops and whatnot, I narrowed it down to what shop that I had seen it in. And so I messaged the seller and asked her, have you had a design that looks like this? And she was trying to figure it out. She was like, oh, what does it look like? And I was like, it's a pattern. It has just a Jolly Roger in like a cove. And she sent me a picture of something else. I'm like, no, that's not it. So she was like, well, if you can find a picture of it, send me a picture of it and I'll see, and I'll tell you if I ever had the pattern for it. So I get on Google and I do a search for Peter Pan Jolly Roger type thing, and I finally found it. And I found the picture of the artwork from the person it was by, and I sent it to her, and she said, oh yeah, I had it but I sold it. So she's like, if you want to purchase it, I'll go ahead and relist it for you. And I was like, okay, yeah. So I didn't want to say no, I'm not really wanting to purchase it right now, but it wasn't an expensive pattern. As they usually go like $5 or $6 or something like that. And so I went ahead and bought it. Now keep in mind, when I'm going back and forth with this girl, I have woken up from a sleep and have noticed messages from her. I'm checking my computer for some reason. I'm emailing this girl back and forth at 3 in the morning. And I think she's in like Russia or somewhere, or another country. But since I've talked about it, I'm sure you want to see what all this is about. So, and I actually just printed out the picture of it. Isn't that gorgeous? And you see, obviously, a Peter Pan and Captain Hook. Dang it. So, obviously, Peter Pan and Captain Hook are fighting right there. And I think that Tinkerbell was in here somewhere. Oh yeah, she's like right there in the middle. But yeah, I'm not even a Peter Pan lover or anything. I just thought this was just too gorgeous to pass up. And I actually printed out the whole page, the whole pattern. And if you see this in her shop, I'm going to tell you who it was. So this pattern actually came from icrossstitchpattern on Etsy. All one word, icrossstitchpattern. If you don't see it in her shop, just ask her about it. I don't remember what was the name of it. Hold on. It's just Peter Pan. That was the title of one she relisted. So yeah, that's all my haul for this week. I was expecting my fabrics to come from Under the Sea Fabrics for what I had ordered from her for the couple of soda stitch patterns, but it didn't show up, so it'll more than likely it'll show up sometime this week. It's on its way. It just didn't quite make it here yesterday. So that's all I have as far as like actual stitchy stuff. Since I have a little bit of time, I am going to go ahead and read out. I'm going to go ahead and catch up with my new watches that I haven't done in a long time. And there's going to be a list of them because I've subscribed to a lot of people. So I'm just going to start going through these. And I probably won't say a lot about any one person because there's so many names here. So after the last time you saw me, I have subscribed to Svannah M. I'm not sure if I actually mentioned her or not. I might have actually mentioned her already. Midnight Crafter, Stitching Noni, subscribed to Little Yellow House Crafts channel. I thought I was already subscribed to her, but I don't know what happened with that. Then we have Little Owl Stitches, Thirtish Mish, Weasley Studios, and I know other people have mentioned them as a couple of guys, male stitchers. Theresa Craig, she's the cutest little thing. She's another Brit, I think. I think she's Brit. I don't know. I have watched a couple of her videos. Haven't got a chance to watch all of them yet. Then we have KimLuvs2 CrossStitch. Kim. Dang it. Sorry, I had a notification pop up on my laptop and I had to clear it. It's KimLuvs2 CrossStitch, KimLuvs2, the number 2, and then separate cross stitch, all one word. I'll link it down below. Then we have Lyndsay Wood, Lollypop Stitches. She's the third musketeer in the bendy stitchy, what was it? Bendy stitchy, oh Lord, DSquared X Stitching. Those ladies are a hoot. I'm telling you, you need to watch them. We're about to get another storm again. I know several of you liked hearing the rain and stuff in the background in my last video, in my whip parade video. Then we have the Stitching Scientist. She's She's good to watch. She's entertaining. Cathy Habermann, TopKnot Stitcher. She's just absolutely adorable. The Silver Stitcher. That is Lisa. She actually came to our meetup a few weeks ago, and she is like she works like the overnight shift as a 911 operator in the Atlanta-ish area. So, but she has some good projects. Then we have Yvonne, Night Owl Stitcher. She's just the cutest little thing too. She's southern. Felicity Stitches, adorable as well. And then finally, Stitching Shadows. So I know that's a lot to take in. So but it didn't take too long. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me today as far as stitching stuff. Personal wise, nothing much except that, come here. Yeah, you're being good now. This might be the last time you see him, because I'm meeting with the girl after work tonight to possibly take him, because he's a pain in the ass, you guys. He's sweet and everything, but he can be a total pain in the ass. And yes, I think the one will be enough for me, because I've always had just one cat at a time. Ooh, excuse me, I don't know if you could hear that. But, anything else? I wrote down a couple of notes here just to make sure I... Yep, I think I pretty much covered everything. So, that's it for right now. Like I said, the Amish Life piece, I think I will probably try to work on. I got about an hour now before I have to leave for work, but I need to edit this video and get it uploaded. I may try to work on it at work or tonight. If I can't work on it anytime today, then I'll probably work on it Monday. We'll see. So yeah, yeah, you're being good now, aren't you? I keep thinking there's something else. No, maybe not. I better wrap this up before the storm hits. So, have a great week, guys. Bye.